Next and the last speech of this session is now the main speech, and this is by respected Mln.Mubarak Nazir, missionary in charge of Canada Jamaat. Mln.Mubarak Nazir.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Mr. Chairman and my dear brothers and my dear sisters, Assalamu alaikum. I was listening to the beautiful speech by our former chairman, former mayor, and he pointed towards me and said that he's a man who loves Jesus Christ. I love Jesus Christ because I cannot be a Muslim if I do not believe in Jesus Christ as a true apostle of God. It's not my choice. It's not the choice of any Muslim. It is incumbent that you can never be a Muslim if you do not believe in the apostleship of that man who was stretched on the cross, who was ridiculed, slapped, tortured. If you do not accept him as a true prophet of God, as a true apostle of God, you cannot be a Muslim. It's not my choice. If I don't believe in Moses, I am not a Muslim. If I don't believe in David, I am not a Muslim. If I don't believe in all the prophets, I am not a Muslim. This is the beauty of the religion that we represent, Islam. The religion which combines the love of all the prophets, all the books. Look how beautifully the Holy Quran says about the Bible, fihe hudam wa nur. It contains blessing. It contains light. That's what I'm saying. It's the Holy Quran that says that. So how dare somebody deny the apostleship of Jesus Christ? Ladies and gentlemen, we come into this world not because of our desire. We come without our will. You do not even know to which country we will be born, to which family we will. It's not our sweet will that I would be born in Pakistan or Canada or Guyana or Jamaica. It's the desire of God the Almighty. He has created. He is the creator. We are His creation. He takes us away, not according to our will. Whenever His call of beckoning comes, no denial. How can we have peace in this world? How can we have contentment? We all live in a restless world. In one place, the Holy Quran says that it is only the grave that will quench your quest for more. Al-hakumut takasur, hatta zurtumul makabir. The desire to have more and more, it's only the grave that will fill your desire for having more. We are a restless people. We want more. If the African nations or the nations who are still developing, if they are restless, one can understand. But why are the affluent nations, the nations who have got mountains of wealth, they sit on the fossil reserves of the whole world, why are they so restless? Why so much drugs? Why so much adultery? Why so much marijuana? Why alcohol? Why there is no rest? Why are the homes filled with people who have got depression? They need sleeping pills to have a 6-hour, 7-hour sleep. The sleep-inducing industry, there are billions and billions of dollars invested in sleep industry to have a good sleep. No sleep. If the African is having a problem, we can understand. But the Americans, the British, the Germans, why they are restless? Sometimes you think that if I have a good marriage, I'll become satisfied. It's a good desire. I have got an excellent wife. The Holy Prophet said that the best gift that you can have is to have the best wife or the best husband. Great gift of God. Sometimes you want to have education. Maybe education will give you happiness. Maybe a house will give you happiness. Maybe a car will give you happiness. Maybe a political position will give you happiness. The moment you are settled, you get that thing, another desire props up. You know, in this country you might have witnessed mirage. You think there is water. You run towards it, there is no water. You run again ahead. And you feel there is water. There is no water. Water, not a drop of water. It's a mirage. You are still dissatisfied. I am a humble ambassador of Islam. What does the religion of Islam say? How can I get satisfaction? How can I get peace of mind? We are people, a restless world. Running here, running there for satisfaction. Maybe marijuana will give me satisfaction. Now they are trying to legalize marijuana in different countries. They say it is medicinal marijuana. But they want to legalize. They want to have satisfaction. No satisfaction. Maybe alcohol. Maybe you have one woman, you have 10 women. You have 10 husbands. There is no satisfaction. The Holy Quran says, Allah bi zikrillahi tatma'innal qulub. That, oh, you people who are wandering, who in the wilderness, trying to find satisfaction, trying to find peace of mind. Remember that the satisfaction and the peace of mind lies in the remembrance of God, in your relationship with God, in your communion with God, in your grafting with God. There lies it. You try to find it here, you lost something, you want to see it's my drawer, it's not there. Here, it's not there. I look here under the, it's not there. Sometimes people think that by dancing they will have satisfaction. The whole of last night we were hearing people singing and dancing and craving for satisfaction, craving for peace of mind. sometimes by singing and dance, sometimes they say it's a tune. You have great singers, in Jamaica, who are very great singers, Marley, great singers. But there's no satisfaction. Sometimes they commit suicide. Sometimes these actors who want to have an 8-hour sleep and they cannot that sleep, they take injections and sometimes they die. Why? Satisfaction. It's not there. The Holy Quran says, Islam says, that if you want to have satisfaction of your heart, if you want to have peace of mind, then have a relationship with God the Almighty. If the relationship with God is not there, you can never find perpetual happiness. I am talking about temporary, 10 minutes happiness, 5 minutes happiness, or 1 hour's happiness. That is not the perpetual happiness, the everlasting happiness, the happiness that is evergreen. You cannot have it until you have a communion. You talk to. Is it possible? Poor man living in Jamaica. I make my livelihood by going up the palm trees or cutting coconuts, oranges. Is it possible that I have a relationship with God? The Holy Quran says it is absolutely possible. Not that God spoke yesterday to Abraham, or God spoke to Moses and brought all those tablets, or God spoke to Jesus, or God spoke to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. God speaks today. That is the religion of Islam. That God talks today. It's not just a fable. It's not just a child's story to make a child sleep. The truth is that we believe in a living God. In a God who communicates, who talks, who responds to our prayers, who accepts our prayers, who listens to our prayers, who listens to the cry of a mother, who listens to the cry of a child. That is the God we believe in. And that is the power that a man has, that when you have a relationship, a communion with God the Almighty. If that communion is not there, you try in the bush, you try run here and there, you will never get it. So when we invite people towards Islam, I have said more than once that when a Christian becomes an Ahmadi Muslim, he becomes a better Christian. He becomes a Christian of a much higher level. So when our mayor was saying that he's a pastor sitting over there, we are all in the same field. We are all the children of God. Under the skin, it's the same blood. Forget about the pigment of my skin, or forget about the clothes we are all the children of God. And God has said in the Holy Quran that you call me, I will listen. I will respond. Ujibu da'wata da'i idha da'ani. You listen, you call to me, people say, where is God? Where is God? God says, I'm near you. I listen to you. Nahnu akrabu ilayhi mil hablil warid. I am nearer to you than your jugular vein. This is my jugular vein. Throbbing. God says, I am nearer to you than even your jugular vein. That is a loving God. That is what God says. You walk towards me, 1 step, I walk towards you 10 steps. You walk towards me, I run towards you. That is the Islam we represent. That is the people we invite towards Islam. This is what you get when you become a good Muslim. And I say again, a good Muslim a good Muslim, a law-abiding Muslim. When I love my country, it is Islam that taught me that I should love my country. When I love my wife, the Holy Prophet said, you should love your wife. When I put a morsel of food in the mouth of my wife, the Holy Prophet said, it's an act which God likes. When I respect my children, the Holy Prophet said, Akrimu awladakum. Give respect to your children. Do not abandon them. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday, we saw a young man, a beautiful young man, and we asked him, where is your mother? He said, I don't know my mother. Where's your father? I don't know. Where's your mother? He said, I don't know. Nobody knows. They said, I was 2 years and my mother abandoned me. Took me to the orphanage. Islam is a religion of love. These people who claim to be Muslim, look at the atrocities they are committing all over. Is that Islam? Is that the religion of Islam? This young lady was saying that Islam is totally against terrorism. How can Islam be a violent religion? Islam says, La ikraha fi din. There is no compulsion in religion. Islam says that do not even say wrong things about other people's false gods. If they are worshipping a stone, even don't give them that respect. When we say religious tolerance, we actually mean religious respect also. To respect other people's religions. We're all struggling. It is God who will decide who was right, who was wrong. I'm not going to decide. I do not stand. I have got a little canoe in my hand and I am oaring in the right direction. And you are all in that hospital. And ladies and gentlemen, if not today, tomorrow, you and I will become history. Pass through those graveyards. Hundreds of thousands and millions of graves. They were all people who were strong. And they all thought, some of them thought that they were indispensable. There were kings and there were queens and there was Alexander the Great. Oh, nothing happened. Gone. But what do you carry with you? What goodness have you done? What have you achieved? I have spent the most active part of my life in Africa. I am more an African than a Pakistani or a Canadian. I am an African. In Africa, I remember one of our missionaries, he was narrating his story. He said, in the village, one old man died. So they reported the matter to the imam, to the priest, to the imam of the mosque. They said, that old man of 80 years or 82 years has died. The imam himself was an old man. He said, oh, sorry, he died at a young age. He died at a very young age. Just an infant. People were surprised. But they did not ask out of respect. You know, the old men, sometimes they say things which are not right. Sometimes I say things which are not right. People keep quiet, respecting, the grey hair that I have. So when this imam said, no, they died at a young age, the people did not ask him. They said, okay. Next time a young man died. Very young man. They went and reported to the man, to the imam. They said that young man has died. The imam said, oh, mashallah, he died at a ripe age. Very good age. That was a good age that he died. So this now could not be tolerated by the congregation. And they thought maybe he has Alzheimer has started picking up on him. He has started forgetting things. They said, sir, what's wrong with you, sir? An old man of 85 years died, and you said he's a young man, and now a young man has died, and you say, Alhamdulillah, very old man, young, very matured person has died. Thank you very much. Good life. They say, the Imam said, you don't know. That old man who died did nothing for this community. He was just piling years upon years upon years upon years. Did nothing for our community. What is that life worth? Nothing. But this young man who died, look at the road he built. Look at the mosque he built. Look at the well that he dug. This is life. This our former mayor is not because he's sitting over here that I would like to praise this man. We were building this mosque, we were running into problems upon problems upon problems. And our representative here would have nothing run towards him. He's by the grace of Allah, a huge person, but he had a very small telephone. Small one.
Is that so?
Sadiq would run to him, and sometimes I would also go with him. And he would say, we have a problem with the sanitation people or with other people. He will pull his phone. We thought it was a phone that, children, a toy phone. But somehow he had all those numbers there. He would dial the numbers, say, where is my person calling this? And so is my friend, come on, do that work. And we run over there and the work is done. We were laying the foundation, Amir Sahib, and when we were laying the foundation, the Mayor Sahib and I went into that pit, and we almost slipped in that pit. It was raining, you remember? He was there at the foundation. He was there a Christian, a devout Christian, who has got a desire to baptize us all. He was helping us. And I think a member of the Ahmadiyya community also could not have done that. Let me also tell you that the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community has given one day, he has said that God has revealed to me that anyone who comes to the assistance of this community, God will give him respect. He did not say if a Muslim comes to you for help or a Christian, he said anyone. Inni mu'inun man arada ayanakum. Anyone who comes to help you, I will help him. Forget about this mere business and all that. Things are coming and going. Politics is there. Up and down is always there. And I want him to take comfort. We may not have too many votes, but we have a communion with God. We have a rendezvous with God. We have a communication with God. And we will pray for him, that God elevates his rank, gives him strength to be of some service. One of the services is that he built a mosque over here. A Christian priest built a mosque over here. And I will reiterate again that the Ahmadiyya Jamaat, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, our slogan, as you all know, is love for all, hatred for none. And our thing is that you become a member of the Ahmadiyya community, and God the Almighty will listen to your prayers. You think I'm standing over here for nothing? I have undergone into difficulties all my life. I have not only gone into difficulties, I have seen death face to face. Not once, not twice, many times. God the Almighty has picked me up, put me on solid soil. This is Islam, this is Ahmadiyya. So when we say come and join the Ahmadiyya community, it's not because we want to get anything from you. We want to share what the little we have. If we have 2 loaves of bread, why not share it with somebody? Why not share it with somebody? That is the desire of the Ahmadiyya community. Sometimes we give blood. We have given thousands of pints of blood in America, in Canada, in England. We have made a run for Vaughan to make a hospital over there. They are making a run in Bradford to make a library over there. Our people sometimes go on Christmas Day to clean the country, to clean the places. People drink and throw bottles here and we go there to clean. Last time, you know what happened in Baltimore? The riots in Baltimore. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community, what can we do? We had many vans. We distributed free ice cream to the children to create love, to create affection. That is what we can do. That is what Allah Ta'ala, God the Almighty will bless. That is how we help one another. So, by the grace of Allah, I have come here many times, but I will tell you that give some attention. Look, as I said earlier, we all have to go to God. He is going to question us. Did you investigate? Did you find out? Look, the Holy Prophet said that there are 73 different sects in Islam. 73. The Holy Prophet said only one will be right out of those 73. Find out which one is that one. That is what the Bible says. A tree is knoweth by the fruit it bears. You see a mango over there, nobody can tell you it comes from a tree of thorns. Nobody can tell you it comes from a tree of oranges. The mango fruit will prove the root. So see the root of this Jamaat-e-Ahmadiyya. See what we are doing. We don't indulge in violence. We try to be good people, humble people, friendly people. We try to help one another by our tongue, by our pen. That is what Islam teaches. We try to show the real picture of the Holy Prophet. Nowadays, Islam, even the Muslims are the ones who are defaming Islam. Look at our plight. We stand to preach about Islam and half the time we start defending Islam from the acts of our very Muslims. Look how the Muslims are killing Muslims. Iraq is saying kalima, Saudi Arabia is saying La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. And the other country is also saying La ilaha illallah, Muslims killing Muslims. People in Yemen, they speak Arabic, they say La ilaha illallah. This is the plight of Muslims. They have got no leader. They have got no divinely appointed leader. We have a leader who has been divinely appointed. You know the progress of the Jamaat-e-Ahmadiyya? Is it because of we? There is another power behind it. And that is the power which Allah Ta'ala has given us, the power of khilafat, the power of leadership that will bring cohesion, that will bring unity among the Muslims. That is why we are united. How many we are? Count them on the fingers. But look at the work we are doing in over 200 countries. Look at what we do. We build schools. I have been handling schools in West Africa, very remote countries, very remote areas. There used to be no water over there. We drank water from water wells. We always had a small packet of potassium permanganate in order to disinfect water, dirty water from the water wells, from the streams. That is how we survived, serving Islam. Helping is teaching people to educate, helping them to get education. Is it just for Ahmadi boys and girls? The majority were non-Ahmadis. The majority now opposed Islam. Education. Get educated. That is the work we are doing all over the world, and that is the work that we will continue. When we ask you to join the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, we are indeed asking you to come and join hands to help other people, so that when we go before God, we do not go empty-handed. We have done something for the sake of humanity, something for the sake of my neighbor, something for the sake of the people. He was talking about the homeless people. The Holy Prophet said that on the Day of Judgment, I will question some people and say, I was homeless and you never gave me any home. I was without shelter and you never, I was thirsty and you never quenched my thirst. I was hungry and you never quenched my hunger. And the people will say, oh God, you are the omnipotent, potent. When were you hungry? When were you thirsty? When were you homeless? Then God will say, that man was lonely. That man was without shelter. That man was hungry. That man was thirsty. If you had gone there to help him, you would have seen me over there. So when we go out, give our blood, give the little that we have, we share it with people. It is for the hereafter. So that God will not question us that why you did neglected people who were hungry and who were sick. So may the Lord richly bless you. May God the Almighty grant you success upon success. May God grant you health. We have been so inspired by the speeches of two of our native brothers, especially Abdullah Malcolm was there, in Canada for many years. He was also my neighbor, and we have got very great respect for him. So may the Lord richly bless you, and thank you very much, and Assalamu Alaikum.